Alrighty folks, welcome to Stormtopia.com. Mixeria here. I don't know why the camera is always so weird, but I guess it is. Let's take a look at what's going on right now, because we do have a pretty active, jam-packed video for you today. Beautiful day out there. We should start shooting some hoops, running around, causing trouble. It's a beautiful day out there to cause trouble. Many have reached the 60s and the 70s today on the East Coast. Unfortunately, that's all going to come to a screeching halt over the next couple of days. We've got colder air starting to impact from the north and west. We've got more moisture coming from the south into the east. The moisture is not going to run into the cold air enough to cause any snow, but here's the forecast memo before we get on to what happens on Thursday. Quick shot of rain and mix on Thursday, mostly rain. Some areas in the higher elevations of the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia will be seeing some mix. Break on Friday, quiet day Friday, a little bit cooler. A potential storm on Saturday and Sunday. Precip will clear out on Saturday in Indianapolis. Super Bowl, all that madness, having it in random places as usual this year. It looks as though it will be clear on Sunday. Let's take a look at Thursday's forecast, folks. We're basically looking at rain from West Virginia all the way further east into southern New Jersey, point south. Again, some of the higher elevations will be seeing some mixing. Okay, but it should head out by early Friday morning, and then by Friday, what a beautiful day it is. Now here's the potential weekend scenario. You got to realize how complicated this storm is going to be. You have to also realize that it's 4 to 5 days out. Guess how much we know about storms that are 4 to 5 days out? Very little. We believe that along the track there's going to be a mix. South of the track there's going to be snow. No, south of the track there'll be rain. North of the track there'll be snow. But here's the issue. We don't know where the track's going to be. We don't know how much moisture is going to be with the storm. There could be an ice storm coming out of this whole scenario too. Certain forecasters are thinking there'll be a ton of ice, including David Toleris on WX Risk. But I think it's a little bit too early to call that right now. Here is the latest 12Z GFS model. This is definitely going to start as a plains blizzard. Check it out by Friday afternoon. Heavy snow, over 18 inches for some parts of western Nebraska and Kansas. This low is poised to push east. We've got, well, let's just zoom out here. We've got some cold air laid in across the New England area. It's really lame cold air, guys, let's be honest. And it's poised to move in this direction. That's pretty much where it goes. It's losing moisture the entire time. Picks up a little bit of moisture at the end. Has a typical calm ahead. This is by 2 a.m. on Sunday. And what you're noticing here is that Indianapolis, you're clearing out. Okay, and it pushes east. We see an area of snow to the north of the track, an area of mix near the middle of the track, an area of rain south to the track. And again, we don't know where the track is going to exactly be. Based on this scenario, we'll be looking at a couple of inches, maybe 3 to 6 in this area. There could be more moisture, could be 6 to 12, could the heavy snow could be up here, could all the way be down here. We just don't know at this point. But just based on the way things are looking right now, let's take a look at the teleconnections, because the teleconnections commonly give a good idea of storm track. The PNA is important because it gives you an idea of what the trough's going to be doing. Unfortunately, the trough won't be so relevant this time around, but there will be a positive PNA. So if it does try to dig into some cooler air out of eastern Canada, that'll become an important part of the storm. The NAO is sort of North Atlantic blocking. It's one of a wider sort of indice. It'll be negative turning positive and then declining. That's not as relevant as the Arctic Oscillation, which determines the polar jet. Oh boy, it's positive. What does that mean? That means you can take the storm track and probably lift it up farther north than what it's poised to do right now. That's actually what's been happening for the past couple of days. This is the first model run that's had South Jersey to be all rain and point south. Now, future model runs could definitely follow that line. So we'll have to see. 18Z GFS, notoriously inaccurate. I wouldn't put too much thought into it. 0Z GFS, going to be far more important. And then 12Z GFS, 6 and 18Z GFS, I just would look at them, care about them, don't take them, but take it for what it's worth, and it's not worth much. 0Z and 12Zs are going to be the important runs. Just for kicks, well, not just for kicks, 0 is an important model. Let's take a look at the European forecast model. Similar, look at this. Notice how we've got two areas of cold. We've got a high in the Rockies and a high in Quebec. Well, the GFS keeps those highs together as the storm pushes east, which is one of the reasons why the storm holds together so well. The European sort of cuts off that high at some point in the storm here. See it? This is the European model. Here's the storm. Here's high 1. Here's high 2. Check out the divide that happens right in here. Whoa! It just disappears. We got totally separate highs. Storm really doesn't, the storm just sort of gets crushed in between the two of them, and it heads off to the east, really making nothing of itself. One model solution is going to win over. I have a feeling it's the GFS. Have a good day.